the edge of Benidorm. We are situated between Altea and Benidorm, just outside of Alfas, and we are staying at La Media Legua, which is a newly renovated campsite between the two resorts of Benidorm and Altea. And as you can see, we've got one of their large pitchers. This has been newly renovated. It's not particularly busy at the minute, as you can see. There's a few motorhomes and caravans here. We've got this super fully serviced pitch, as pretty much all of them are. And when I say fully serviced, I mean grey, black. You get your water, you get your 16 amp electric here. So when it's serviced, we mean it is serviced. You get a beautiful outlook over the hills that roll over towards Altea. And we'll give you a little look around the site as we go. So we arrived here mid-afternoon on the edge of Benidorm after quite a steady drive down from our last location. So this is La Media Legua. It's a fairly new site and they're still getting the facilities up and running, but we've paid for this fully serviced pitch something like £45 a night, which includes your 16 amp electric, free Wi-Fi, which is pretty good speed, as well as the grey black waste and the water all on your pitch. And as you'll have seen from a video showing you around the pitch, this is a good size, as most of them are, so you're not on top of each other in terms of the pitches that you get here. We found this just by chance, so I will do a full review of the site as we go round and let you know what our experience is. Not all the facilities are 100% up and running yet. Most of them are planned for September onwards, but we will show you what they have, what we enjoy, what they perhaps need to improve, and we'll give you a good look around as we go. So as we arrived here, we approached something like 1,600 miles that we've now covered, and I'm still averaging just around the 28 miles per gallon, which I think is pretty good. Fuel is definitely cheaper here in Spain. We've noticed that, and we've been filling up off the motorway. We've been finding the service stations just on the main roads to the side, and that has reduced the price even further. So we're doing pretty well on the fuel economy, we're doing pretty well on our mileage and our MPG, and we'll see how that goes as we continue back up the country next week. So as we've arrived here, it's a very hazy evening. We've driven through these mountains as we came in earlier today. Very hazy now, it's very muggy. Topped out at 34 degrees today. And then you've got the Altea Hills over to the right. There are also 4 of these laundries. They are coin operated though. There's no card payment on these. So just bear that in mind when you do come. And like most, they don't like you doing your dog bedding, but we don't do that anyway here. So yeah, €5 for the wash, €4 for the dry. And there are 5 of these scattered around the site. So we have now arrived in Benidorm, between Benidorm and Altea, at Media Legua. So this is a new campsite that is still in development. So at the front here, at the main entrance, there is plenty of room for arrivals. They've got this massive car park with solar panels on their shades. A lovely reception, very easy to check in, very swift process. If you book online though, do take note that you are just booking online and you make your payment when you arrive. So that's all their website does. And then this white building here will be a shop that's opening in September. And then to the right, you've got the bar restaurant. Now this opens between 9 and 6 for food. It stays open in the evening as a bar. If you want bread, milk, water, you can buy them from here in the morning, so just for your essentials. And as you can see, the site is still got some areas that they're working on. So these are some of the entertainment facility areas that they're trying to do. They've got this big building I'll show you in a moment that's going to be like a social club room for activities and events. This lovely old farmhouse type building. As I say, you've got this lovely bar area with indoor and outdoor seating. So like you'll have seen during this tour of this site, we're in the shadow of the hills between Benidorm and Altea. Here's the other side of the bar that overlooks the swimming pool area, which just opens between certain times of the day. I think it's between 11 and 7, and there is a lifeguard on duty. So this is the entrance. This is the gorgeous swimming pool. Now the only question we've got is there are about 400 pictures here as a site, seasonal pictures, air, whatever you want to call it. If this is really busy, there are not many sunbeds and the pool and facilities are not the biggest, so something they're going to have to consider if this becomes more than the busyness we're seeing at the moment. And then to the right in that building, they're currently developing an indoor pool.
Well, here we are. It is early Sunday morning and we shall be heading off from Benidorm. We're leaving Media Legua. You can just see Benidorm in the distance there. Get all of this packed up as we start to head back north. What do we really think of Media Legua? And is this a place we would recommend? Well, we have been really impressed with this site. Given that it is fairly new, I think it was last October it opened. Talking to some of the residents that are on here in some of the statics, the little lodges, they say that it has been busy through the winter. It was a lot fuller. This time of year it seems to be quieter because a lot of the locals are also on their holidays too. So what do you need to consider if you want to come and stay here at Media Legua, and what have we learnt from our little stay? First up, the longer you stay, the better rates that you get. I mean, we have paid, I think, about £45 a night, but bear in mind there you get that fantastic swimming pool, the bar, the restaurant, all the facilities blocks that are brand new. They are some of the best that we have seen, and you get a super pitch with all the facilities, so your water, your electric, which is 16 amps, plus you get your grey and your black waste on your pitch. Now, these are not negatives, they're just considerations for you really. Because it is a new site, they have planted a lot of trees, and these are yet to mature, but they are growing quite quickly, and they do have a sprinkler system built into the ground that seems to be helping them establish well. But whilst they've made space for hedges to be planted in between each pitch, that yet hasn't been done. So from a privacy perspective, but also a shade and a wind perspective, you are quite open on your pitches here. That will come, that will improve as we get better. Obviously the food in the bar is a minimum service, it's a minimum menu with their plate of the day, the placia del dia, with a couple of options including a vegetarian option. So that runs from 9 till 6, but after that it's just a bar service in the evening. You also need to consider that it is a big site, so some of the main facilities like the waste, for example, your rubbish, you do have to walk that all the way up to the entrance. No hardship if you're going out for a walk anyway. The main one though is location. You've got to consider that you're about 4 kilometres into Altea and you are about 4 kilometres into Benidorm itself, so you've got a good 45-minute walk in each direction. No direct bus service regularly on the road outside the camp, but you can walk down to the next main road, which is about a 10-minute walk, and you can pick up buses there. So it's worth noting that. It's not the closest into town, but what does come with that is that it is quiet, it is peaceful, and it is a calm stay here. And particularly that it's a mix of residents and camping, made very welcome by some of the British and Dutch residents who are here on this particular site. So guys, the choice is yours. We have enjoyed it. We do believe we will come back here, possibly on our next tour round Spain. I think we'd definitely bring some form of scooters or bikes with us when we do come back, just to allow us that flexibility to get down into Benidorm without the long walk we've had to do, and certainly for getting backwards and forwards to the shop. So the nearest supermarket is that sort of 10-15 minute walk, the Med Market, and I'll put a little picture and a link to that in here for you. It is a supermarket come cash and carry, but it's absolutely superb, and in terms of value and pricing, can't beat it, absolutely can't beat it. But if you haven't got transport, you will need to consider how you're going to get that stuff back for that 10-15 minute walk if you haven't got a bike or a way of carrying it. So things are around you, and I believe there's an Aldi about 15 minutes away as well. So, you know, there is stuff here. It's just slightly on the edge. But we've enjoyed it, absolutely enjoyed it. And if this is of interest to you, then please let me know. If you want to ask any particular questions about the site, drop them in the comments below. and we'll do our best to answer them for you. So we're heading north. I'm going to pack the motorhome up, Jamie's sorting inside, and we're going to hit the road.